Assalamualaikum student. Today we have to do question number 7 part D and E. As we have already done yesterday in part A and B, that first step which we have to do is that we have to plot the graph according to the given point. So today we have to do part D. Okay, first step we have to plot the point. Both of these 2 points are given A and A prime. And then we have to find the line of reflection, and after that we have to find its equation. Okay, here in part D, first of all they gave us point A and the values are 0 and 1, and the second A prime is given and the values are 1 and 2, and we have to plot these on the graph paper. First of all, I have to write the scale. Always remember that first of all you have to write the scale. So 1 unit we have to take for x-axis. Similarly, 1 unit we have to take for y-axis. Clear? So according to this scale, I have to plot these 2 points. As always, you know, okay, you know that on which axis x, the value of x is 0. Yes, on vertical axis. Always remember that on vertical axis, in the whole vertical axis, the value of x is equal to 0. And on horizontal axis, the value of y is equal to 0. Clear? So here we have to plot 0 and 1. This means x is 0 in on which axis? Vertical axis. So at point 1, the second digit 1 shows the value of y. Here at 1, I have to put a point. Clear? And the second for A prime, I have to take, for x-axis, I have to take 1. And for y-axis, I have to take 2. So the second point is this. Look here, look at this brown line. First point is this 0 and 1. And the second point is this. Here, x-axis 1 and y-axis 2. So I have to take 2 points, A and A prime. And I have to show it with this brown line. Clear? Now we come to the second step. First is that we have to draw points on a graph paper. And what is our second step? The second step is that we have to find the line of reflection. Line of reflection shows the midpoint. Always remember, when I have to draw this line, look here, again I have to draw it for you. So if I have to draw a line for you, as you know that there are so many ways just wait. Look here, I draw a line for you. This one, clear? And from this line, we can draw so many lines. I can draw from here. Also, look here. I can draw from here. So from, there are so many midpoints. So from this brown line, I not mention which one is your midpoint. As yesterday, as you know that easily we have to find the midpoint from, but for in this case, it is impossible. So that how we have to find which one is its line of reflection. And as all of you know, line of reflection is the line which shows the distance between these 2 points, A and A reflection. Okay. So for finding the line of reflection, first step is that we have to find the midpoint. In part D and onward, we have to find, what shall we do for finding line of reflection? We have to find its midpoint, and the formula is very easy. You already learned in first term. You have to take x1 plus x2 divided by 2. Similarly, you have to take y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Clear? So after solving, I will get midpoint. And what is it? Midpoint 0.5 and 1.5, or you can say half and 3 by 2. These are the midpoint. So in order to find the gradient, always remember why we have to find the gradient. Obviously, we have to find the line of reflection. For that person, we want its slope, or we have to find its gradient. And for finding its gradient, we need two things. M stands for midpoint, which we have recently find out. We have to take midpoints, as well as we have to take any one of these 2 points. 2 points are given, A and A prime. We can take any one of this from this point. And then we have to put the formula of gradient. Okay, who will tell me what is the formula of gradient? Good. Vertical change to the horizontal change. So I have to put this formula and put the value y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and then I have to find the slope, or I can say I have to find gradient. And what is its the gradient? +1. After finding gradient, you have to find reflection of gradient. It is understood. Suppose if the gradient is +1, obviously its reflection is, yeah, -1. But the formula for finding reflection is, first we have to, whatsoever we have the gradient, we have to, first step is that we have to multiply it with the opposite sign. Suppose if +1 is given, we have to multiply it by -1. And similarly, if -1 is given, we have to multiply it by +1. Clear ho gaya? So we have to, first of all, we have to multiply it by negative sign, and the second one is we have to take its reciprocal. This one is 1. In case of 1 over 1, we got 1. But when we have 2 by 3, so how we have to take its reciprocal? Obviously, if we have +2 by 3, slope is 2 by 3, then what is its reflection? It is -3 by 2. First, we have to change the sign, and the second step is that we have to take the reciprocal. So after changing the sign and taking the reciprocal, I will got -1. So this -1 is the reflection of slope. Again, look here. If slope is +1, what is its reflection? It is -1. So now we come to the third point. We have to find its equation of the line. As I already told you in this case, look here, that we can't easily determine which one is its equation of the line. For finding this purpose, what shall we do? First, we have to find gradient, and we have to find reflection of gradient, and now we have to put the value of midpoint, which we have already find out in this equation. Y is equal to mx plus c. So what is m here? -1 is our m, and in this bracket, the first value is half, the other value is 3 by 2. As always, you know, the first value represent, yes, the first value represent value of x, and the second value represent value of y. So I have to put this in this equation. Y is equal to mx plus c. Instead of writing y, I have to put 3 by 2. Instead of writing x, I have to put half. And what is slope, or we can say small m? It is -1. So after solving, I will get the value of c. What is the value of c? It is 2. So I have to put this value of c here in the equation. So it is y, and what is our small m? -1. So it is equal to, y is equal to -x plus 2, or we can say y plus x is equal to 2. Now again, I will come to the graph. Look here. So here, as we know, what is the value of c? The c is +2. Okay. And you know what is another name of c? It means y-intercept. Y-intercept means the graph cuts y-axis at the point C. So what is that point C here in this graph? Look at this. I have to show it with maroon color line. This shows C +2. On y-axis, I have to take this 2. This shows C. And then I have to take the midpoints. The midpoints are 0.5 and 1.5. Look here. This one is 0.5 and this one is 1.5. And both of these two lines cut each other at the midpoint of the initial graph. Look here, at this point. Is it clear? Here we have minus, at this point we have Obviously 0.5 here on x-axis and 1.5 on y-axis, and this cut the y-intercept at point 2. On vertical axis it cut at point 2, and this 2 is r. What is this 2? It is y-intercept. Clear? This is part E. Now we comes to part F. Okay, part E. Here they gave us two, again they gave us 2 points, and first we have to plot this 0 and -1. As you know that on y-axis, the whole y-axis, x is equal to 0. So at -1, look here in below, I have to put this y -1, and then I have to place this a reflection, that is 2 and 1. Look front, this one, look at this line, 2 and 1. This one is 1, this one is 2. So I have to draw this maroon color line, and it represents these 2 points. Clear? And the second line is the line of reflection, which shows that these 2 points are equally different. As you know, reflection, what is the meaning of reflection? Reflection means if you have any point, its reflection is equal distance from that line of reflection. Clear? So we comes to the procedure. Again, we use the same formula, x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Then after solving, I will get the midpoint. What are the midpoint? 1 and 0. I already told you in order to find the gradient, you have to take midpoint, and as well as you have to take any of the point. Either you can take A, either you can take A prime. Okay, and next, the first value of this midpoint shows x1, and the first value of this A shows x2. Similarly, this shows y1, this shows y2. So what is the formula for finding gradient? Vertical chain to horizontal chain. So it is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Clear? Now we comes to the next. After we have to find the, after solving, we have to find the slope. Again, it is equal to +1. So how we have to take its reflection? If slope is +1, what is its reflection? Reflection means what is it? The opposite of +1, -1. So the reflection of slope is -1. So this is our second point, and now we have to find equation of the line. And first we have to write the equation y is equal to mx plus c. For finding the value of c, I have to take value from this midpoint. The first value shows the x value, the second value shows y value. I have to put this in this equation. Y is equal to mx plus c, and after solving, I will got c is equal to +1. Clear? So I have to put the value of c, and this small m, what is small m? -1. I have to put here in the equation. So I will, this is -x, so I have to make it positive. So I have to write it here, y plus x is equal to +1. Clear? Again, we comes to the graph. So this line, look here, this brown line. Here, it cuts the y-axis at y-intercept. And what is the value of c? Yeah, the value of c is +1. So it cut here on vertical axis at point C, that is +1, and then we have to also draw the midpoint, and that is equal to 0, 1 and 0. X, the value of x is 1 and the value of y is 0. So on this horizontal line, y is 0. And this line cut the initial these 2 points, and that shows the equal distance between these two. Clear? Look here. Actually, this one is point A complement, and this one is A. And this is the midpoint. Clear? This is all for today. I think so. It is clear to all of you.